Welcome to the Pythagorean Theorem Facial Recognition app. So what we have here are 40 different faces from 40 different images from 40 different faces. These faces were obtained for prototype purposes from the AT&T laboratories in Cambridge, and we were free to use them as long as we reference them. Okay, so now how does this thing work? Well, we've got these 40 people, and we have 10 poses for each one of these people's faces. So for example, if I click on this face, I have these 10 poses. If I click on this face, I have these 10 poses. And if I click on, say, this face, I have these 10 poses. Now, if I pick one of these poses, what the app will do is go out and find, because we have a total of 400 faces, and it'll look at all 400 faces, and it won't include this one. So it'll look at all 400 faces and find the 10 that are closest to that using a version of the Pythagorean theorem, the distance between 2 points formula. Okay, that's the closest. That's not the face, that's the closest, the second closest, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and the furthest away. Now these are ringed these have a green box around them. That means these are good matches. These are false matches. The red indicates that actually it thinks it matched, but it really didn't do it. And the green means it was a good match. Now, if I click on one of these, what do we get? We get the screen. This is the comparison screen. So this is the one we were comparing. This is the main one. So that was the first image I clicked. And this is the comparison image. Now we have three options here. We can tutor, which runs through a little tutorial of how it works to some extent. Like here it's telling us that the pixel value here is 121, the pixel value here is 123. Over here we get the difference, the squared difference. It's for row 1, column 1. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, now we're down at this version here. We went down a pixel. In this case, it's 121 and 122. Actually, yeah, just a little bit different than the previous. Okay, let's try now. Okay, 120 and 120. These are all basically the same color. Let's see if we can find something that differs a little bit. Okay, so this one, it's jumped out into the middle of the image. This is 167. The value of that pixel is 167. The value of this one is 181. Okay, that's what we've got. Row 11, column 11. Okay, so now we can go to scroll. What it does is it automatically scrolls through the whole complete image. It'll take a while. There's 644 pixels. It's doing one every half second. You can stop it and then take a look. You know, this is basically a way to get an understanding of how it's working. So it's basically this particular one. This one over here is 80. This one over here is 111. Get the squared difference and so forth. Row 20, column 1. Okay, you can start up again. It'll scroll through it. Okay, now we can stop. Now if we want to actually investigate on our own without having to go through that scroll, we can actually just click on each pixel. So if I click on this one, that's pixel number 266. That value is 65. That color is 65. This color is 119. Row 14, column 10. So it's row 14, each one of these. This is row 14, column 10 for each one of these images. Now we can go back here, and I just want to explain something. This is very much a prototype version, and we're relying on this data from the AT&T laboratories. Now the real version will also come with an app that goes on an iPad that will allow students to put in their own images, and they will take the pictures, and it will manage the process. Because like, if you have 30 students, you're going to want to make it easy to keep track of each of the 10 images of a given student. So you want to take a picture, you want to be able to assign a name to that. And you also want these images to be very much, the images themselves have to have the same amount of pixels in them, and they have to be black and white. So I have to write an app for the iPad in order to get this to work fully. That piece isn't done. I would put it together if it turned out that I got a pilot. I think it's pretty clear what's going on here. Click on that. Okay, then we do our comparison, and here we are back here again. So I hope that's understandable, and I hope it's interesting.